Good morning.
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 Morning, Ninja Surprise. Morning, Farmer Michelle. How are you?
Good.
Doing good. How about you?
I'm good. Let's see. I've posted the link in Discord. Everybody, welcome to our AMA. Actually, we got to start numbering these things. We've been doing these, every week for well over a year, approaching, I think, a year and a half at this point. Started on Discord, did some stuff on Twitter, and now we are here on YouTube. So remember, like and subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications. And oh, look at that beautiful art. That looks great. And our fabulous garden gnome Paul in the background is keeping us safe with all these fancy streaming features. Thank you, Paul. So today Musashi will be joining us a little bit late. He is sharpening his swords behind the Musashi waterfall, and he will be in a little bit, probably. So, let's see who is awake, who's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in Discord this morning. We have Dash Riprock, we have Hey Now, Edie Lugs, Gangbusta, Ives, of course, Billy, getting some DMs from Nacho G, the Captain. Let's get right into some of the notes. We're not going to have our Town Hall /AMA next week due to our U.S. citizens Thanksgiving holiday. And we're also not going to have one the Friday after Christmas. So we'll let you know week before that happens as well.
Yep.
What is up first, Michelle?
Let's see what we've got for headlines today. We've still got a job posted, right?
We sure do. We are eager, but quite picky. So we've had some really good applicants, and some have made it through the gauntlet, still being evaluated, but don't let that discourage you. If you think that you got the chops to be a lead dev on this awesome team, here's a link, put it in Discord. And just reach out. And it's also in the description in the YouTube video. So check it out there. So yeah, you would be working directly with the devs, doing super important stuff, gameplay. And let's see.
It's a fun team.
Oh, I'm glad you say that.
I have a blast.
Yeah, this is my favorite job, honestly, that I've ever had. It's really good.
I definitely enjoyed a lot. Let's see what we got for the next highlights here. Roadmap. We've got a roadmap in progress. I know Musashi was going to talk about it, but he's not here yet. He may show up later today for this town hall, but he's definitely not here right this minute. I'm not sure personally what the progress is on the roadmap, but I know that we're trying to get it out as soon as possible. So hopefully he'll have more to say about that when he gets here.
Yeah, and it's all about priority, right? Like right now, I've mentioned in the past couple AMAs that we're focused on guilds, and we also have to put time every week into anything that makes the game more stable. Of course, supporting new art. And so the roadmap will mostly be about features. So waiting to hear about that.
Our next headline is rewards. So we got some rewards that came out this week. The cornstarch storages went out, the uncommon, common, and rare ones for playing in the month of October and for running your node in the month of October. Those just sent out yesterday, I believe. They're not in-game yet, but they will be in-game this Friday. Today. Today is Friday. They will be in-game today. Whenever that update comes out. This week went by really, really fast. And the team trophies for the team competition also went out this week. So I know I saw some people posting pictures of them in their towns. That was really nice to see. Congratulations to all those people on those teams who did get those. And the pumpkin pie event rewards are ready. They're just waiting approval. So as soon as somebody hits the button, they will be in wallets. That'll be with the Hasty Tractor Blueprint and the Gala rewards for that week.
Nice. Yeah, I saw one of the screenshots you shared of one of the guilds showing off their trophy. That is so fun. I love that feature.
It is pretty cool. Makes me wish I had one. I don't have one though. I just want one that says Farmer Michelle on it, like a big trophy of Farmer
Yeah.
Michelle.
And we're not allowed to join player guilds. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but we're, that would be showing favoritism, right? So we're not allowed to join your guilds.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
We'll have to make our own guild.
Oh, no. The winning is coming from inside the house.
Yeah, that wouldn't work out well either.
No. I
Anyway.
wouldn't, no. Anyway, what's next?
Social media update. Ninja Surprise, you got anything going on in social media?
Just a little quick one. Pretty much I said that I was working on a marketing video for you guys. I'm still in the process of doing that. You can probably imagine that our creative team has been really busy with a lot of the cool stuff that we have preparing for you guys with Thanksgiving and all. So it's taking a little bit more time, but we're gonna, we're making progress. Don't worry about that. Other than that, I think that we should have some pretty fun Thanksgiving themed posts for you guys to check out on the Twitter. So yeah, that's about all.
Awesome.
You guys excited for Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys
Very
gonna eat?
excited.
What do you guys normally have?
Lots
Oh,
of mashed
man.
potatoes.
Yes. I am. I think I've already mentioned this in 2 other AMAs, but I love pumpkin pie. And I made like 23 of them one year till I got a recipe that I
What's
liked.
this cranberry cream cheese dessert? Did you post that?
I haven't shared it yet. That's part of our story time.
Oh, okay. No, because I just saw it. I'm just like, what the? That looks really diabetic.
Yeah.
I feel like my
Oh,
toes are gonna
jeez.
fall off if I just have one bite of that.
So what's up next, Michelle?
Well, it sounds like we're going to talk about what we're thankful for real quick, and then a little bit about Thanksgiving before we move on to our next topic. I guess I'll go first. I was supposed to think of what I was thankful for yesterday, but totally forgot about it until this morning. And the first thing that came to my mind was Red Bull, which is probably not the best thing to be thankful for. I am very thankful for caffeine, though, in general. Without it, I don't know how I would survive.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Ninja Surprise?
I'm thankful for shuriken stars so I can throw them at my enemies.
Oh my god.
And smoke bombs. So I can appear out of nowhere.
Man. What an answer. Gosh. Well, all right, I will share a picture of mine. My grandma made this when I was a kid, and I didn't like it then, but I'm going to paste it in Discord. It's kind of a last minute picture. Yeah, it's like a layer. You can see why a kid, Paul, thanks for putting it on this YouTube. It's like a cranberry, like a tart bottom, cream cheese, although now it would be vegan cream cheese mix on top, and then walnuts. You see why kids probably wouldn't like it, but I'm going to make it this year. We'll see how it goes. So what is up next, Michelle?
Oh, let's see here. Art, we got anything to talk about with art?
No, just our artists are awesome, and the restyle is, and as always, takes second place to upcoming current features. So, but it's a work in progress.
Let's move on to game updates then.
All right. Yeah. So for the features, right now we're addressing a lot of the old tech debt, and we're working on our long-term tasks. Biggest of those is GalaChain interface. There's a lot of activity around GalaChain here at Gala, not just on our team. And after that, or in addition to that, we're doing our guilds work. Guilds are going to be super fun. A ton of UI stuff. I mentioned last week that was work in progress. A lot of our screens are done now. Kind of going to be wiring it up to the network calls, and then running it through UX to make sure that we met their hopes and dreams with our humble programmer skills. And so yeah, lots of services, databases, and things like that. And of course, nodes, right? Quick refresher, even though we went over kind of a guilds Q&A last week. To be a leader, you have to own a node. Eventually, nodes will probably be NFTs. I know that's a work in progress. But to join a guild, you don't have to own a node. But don't let that stop you getting nodes. Yeah, they'll be pretty UI heavy. After that, we're talking about NFT upgrades, leveling up NFTs. Super important to be able to, get new perks out of something you bought just by playing with it. And this was a question this week, and I'll just kind of do a little teaser spoiler: public-facing APIs. So our backend, the invisible geniuses that make a multiplayer game multiplayer, they've made a lot of progress this week on our I don't know what you call it publicly. I'll just say our cloud presence, and in a way that is moving us quickly toward having a public API. So that's pretty exciting to see. Yeah. And as far as fixes, this was a really interesting week because almost all the fixes were game data related. There were very few actual code fixes this week. And not just a few that we worked on. There were actually a few that were caught, which was great. So good to see that stat trending downward. And other than that, we are stuffing some more analytics into your games so we can observe in a little more detail the state of your town as you work on it. There were some allegations against one of you guys or girls that maybe you weren't playing nice. So we stuck a couple extra things in there to look at what people were saying you were doing. Other than that, what's coming up next, Michelle?
That's a great question. What's coming up next?
For the,
We've got
for the upcoming content.
It was like a double question because it's like what's coming up next in the AMA and what's coming up next in the game is the next topic. So I got confused.
Sorry.
What's coming up next in the game is we've got some new content coming out next week. Well, tomorrow, today, whenever the update happens, it'll be for next week's event. Again, this week went by wicked fast, so I'm still feel like it's earlier in the week than it is, but it's not. I think a lot of you have seen the new NFT that we minted. I know I saw some people posting it in Discord already, the golden apple tree. So if you didn't already know, or you haven't used the bot command, which is also already updated, the next meta is apple pies. So we got apples and apple trees and apple pie coming to the game as new content this week. The apple trees themselves will require 6 water. I believe they cost $1,500 in-game cash to build. They got a $400 in-game cash destroy return price. What else did I miss? Their grow time is, I think it starts at 360 seconds. I've got all the information and announcement that'll come out right here at the end of the AMA. So that's apples and apple trees. They're going to be stored in the silo, just like most of the other crops. And the ingredients for apple pie are, let me scroll up here. They are 2 flour, 5 apples, a butter, and 2 cornstarch. So that'll be your apple pie, which will also be added to the game with this next game update whenever it comes out sometime this afternoon.
It's exciting. I really like the art on the apple tree. It's really cute.
Yeah, I like it too. I like the NFT version a lot with the golden apples.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I hope they leave the shiny in. Last I saw it, it was shiny and sparkly, and I think there was some debate. So I hope they leave that in.
I don't know what other features are coming in to the game for this week, if anything.
No, it's mostly we're headstone on guilds, so
that's what I figured. Yeah, that's about it for new content for this week. There won't be any new content the week after that, since it'll be a holiday week, so we're trying not to push too much stuff out. I guess we'll move on to the Q&A then.
All right.
I did see one question from Dash here while you were talking about guilds. Where did it go? It says, can we rent all NFTs or only OG NFTs that will earn town points?
Well, yeah, renting. So there's the concept of renting, right? That is the chain-based promise that not just Gala, but lots of crypto organizations have, right? You buy a piece of digital property, you rent it out for its utility, and rent means you make some money on that, right? That's not coming with guilds. What's coming with guilds is a library where you stick your property, and this is a game database only operation. It's not a chain operation. You stick your NFT in the guild library. Somebody can check it out. They're not renting it. They check it out for free, and then they use it in their town. There was some debate over in the game design talks about that. Over, well, okay, but they're using it. So when we turn earnings on, is the person who checked out that NFT going to get earnings, or is the owner going to get earnings? And if the person who checked it out, do they get earnings if they placed it in casual? If they have it in one, it became very complicated. And last I heard, and this is subject to change, and paragraphs of legal disclaimers here, but last I heard, the library operation where you check out an NFT to use in your competition town, those earnings go to the owner of that, the person who placed it in the library. So I hope that answers that question. Dash follow-up question. So no built-in rental system. Yeah, we're eventually going to add rentals, but right now we want this database-only, game-only library feature to come out. The rentals will be on GALACHAIN, and we would rather you guys have the ability to play with the library now than have to wait however much longer for us to do that on GALACHAIN. So I hope that answers your question.
All right, let's move on to Q&As. What do we got? When will a roadmap be available for the future of Common Ground World?
Well, I guess we are kind of waiting on Musashi for that, but
yeah, we were. I'm not sure what the timeline is for the roadmap. I know he's working on it hard. I know it should be out soon. I don't know if it'll be next week or the week after or what, but I know that's in progress and it's definitely being worked on. So expect a roadmap, like a nice visual for everyone to see so they can understand what's going on relatively soon.
Yeah. Yeah, we as part of our work as devs, we give estimates on how long each task will take versus how long each collection of tasks or a feature will take. And that helps the product managers and others figure out the timeline. And from there, they get the roadmap.
I'm sure it's not easy to organize a roadmap based on a bunch of different devs' timelines for features.
Oh, yeah. You have to take into account things like, are there going to be a lot of holidays coming up? Is that particular feature known to have lots of bugs? Is there somebody new on the team that needs onboarding? Because that takes time to train people up. So it's interesting. Lots of variables in that equation.
The next question I've got here says, when will jewelry return? I will do my best to make sure that there is some type of jewelry stuff happening in Christmas. The final craft may not be like a jewelry specific craft, but that doesn't mean we can't use jewelry ingredients in them. You will find out more about that as we get closer to those events. Or maybe on a Leaky Wednesday sometime in early December, if you ask nicely and I get enough Leaky Wednesday memes. I didn't get any Leaky Wednesday memes this week, so there were no leaks on Wednesday. I know. Everyone must have just forgotten that it was Leaky Wednesday. So yeah, there will be jewelry coming back. So it's not like it's gone forever. It'll be back. We got a little bit distracted with like the holidays because everything is so thematic is not really the word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean with holidays this season. So we're kind of sticking with holiday themes, but we'll get back to jewelry. The next question I have says, where are we at with NFT earnings, specifically the old town power system? And the response to that is that there is no town power. We announced that, over a year ago now. There's town power doesn't relate to the game at all anymore. There's no UI for it. It's all been removed. It's not going to like relate to how much you can earn or how many NFTs you can place like it used to. So that's gone. So don't worry about town power. If you were referring to town points, those are still around those will be the same for your NFTs as they were before, unless it's a Vox, which we've posted the list of what the new Vox 10 point levels will be.
Hey guys.
Hey, Musashi!
Hey, sorry I'm late. Just had the worst traffic ever.
It happens.
A 30-minute drive became an hour and 15.
Wow.
Because we're hosting the Pan American Games, it's like the Olympics but for the Americas.
That's cool.
It's cool, but yeah, like it was a clusterfuck. But anyways, sorry I'm late, guys. Haven't seen you guys in a couple weeks, but I'm back.
Yeah, welcome back.
back.
Thank you.
Sorry, you can go.
Oh, the only thing that really was left over for you, we're going through the Q&A right now. The only thing left over was people were wondering if there's a roadmap available yet. And we said you're working on it, and we may know.
Oh yeah,
more
we have one with pretty pictures with some. I think it's clear to see. We're putting the dates on it. I think that you have talked the past 2 weeks about nodes and the work being done there. So I think I mentioned it before, but I'm gonna go over that now if we have time.
Yeah.
But basically, there are there are 4 big things that we're working on, right? And that's going to appear in the roadmap, and one smaller thing, but that is also important. So guilds, that's the main one. We're delivering on that promise. We have daily challenges, so we're working on the estimations for that. I think you already asked about it, like when will the what was the previous question? When will the Gala power come back? It's not. Oh, Town power come back. It's not coming back, but we are planning on turning on the daily challenges with the earnings. So that's 2. So nodes, daily challenges, the NFT upgrade system, which is really important and ties into the guild. So that's 3. Then consumable boost, so you will be able to earn, obtain, and use, even buy consumable boosts that will be temporary. And related to boosts, and the smaller one is the Common Ground Academy, right? So we saw the Common Ground Academy, and we have to build some of that tech to make it work as advertised. So those are the main things that are in a roadmap. Being this, they are mostly designed, but there's some back and forth how we're going to exactly accomplish certain things, right? Like for example, the guilds have an upgrade system for the guilds themselves, and the upgrade system for the NFTs. So there are some back and forth. How is that going to happen, both from your perspective, from the player's perspective, and behind the scenes in the tech. So a lot of work being done in design, estimations. I think we have a full estimation for guilds at this point, so that is in our roadmap. NFT upgrade system also estimated, and awaiting estimation for the other 3, so we can provide a pretty image that says, this month, this quarter, this feature will be out, and so on. So I'm hopeful that by next AMA we'll be able to share that, maybe even before that. And I want to show that because it needs to go into our light paper, right? So the light paper has a lot of information on how things will work, but none of that matters if we can't share with you when those features will be out, right? So that's the main reason that the light paper is not fully released yet, right? So that's why we're working on these estimations and the release of the roadmap. Did I cover everything, or?
Yeah,
I think so.
it's awesome.
I didn't even see any questions about anything while you were talking, so everyone must have been real excited and just been taking the information in.
Well, maybe, but yeah, I'm just gonna reiterate very clearly. So, roadmap is the main blocker for the light paper being out. Roadmap is actually being worked on. 5 things: guilds, NFT upgrade system, daily challenges, consumable boosts, and boosts in buildings, aka the Common Ground Academy. So those are the big things that we're working on. Doesn't mean that we're not working on smaller quality of life improvements, but those are the 5 things that need to go into our roadmap as soon as possible.
Awesome.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see here. Let's move back on to Q&A. What's the next one? I got some items are available for purchase with ETH, Gala ETH, and Gala GALACHAIN. Why are all Common Ground World items not available with all 3 payment methods? That really just depends on when they went on sale. Anything that went on sale when we had credit card sales didn't go on sale in ETH also because it was credit card and Gala. And then when credit card was removed, the ETH just wasn't added back in. And the GALACHAIN purchase was added more recently, so anything that was put on sale before we were on GALACHAIN wasn't for sale with GALACHAIN Gala, and that's why things are listed for different currencies in the store. I'm sure that we could go back and change them all to make them all available in all 3. I can definitely look into that if that's something you all are interested in. Especially once credit card sales do come back, I will definitely ask around and see if we can get them all updated so that they're available and more options for you. Because I think there's some that are probably just available in Gala ETH at this point. So why not see if we can make them more available, right? So I will definitely look into that for you. The next question I have says when API, which I believe Volcron talked about a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had anything else.
No, just a reminder that it will be key driven. So you'll generate your key probably in game, 1 key per account, tied to your identity, and it'll be throttled. And depending on your depending on different factors, you may have different rates at which you can query our servers. So somebody with no NFTs probably would query slower than somebody with nicer NFTs. So that's all I can really say about it right now.
Awesome. The next question, which I feel like we get almost every week, says when will we be able to pick our own map? I don't know if Musashi, you have any updates on when people might have more than one option.
Right now, all of our energy is put into this other stuff that I mentioned, the 5 big features.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's something that I mentioned before that I really like to have, but sadly we have to deliver on some other promises first, like turning earnings back on and the guilds, right, with higher priority. If we get the time from developers in between features to change that a bit, I think we can. But just take into account that there are other tasks that consume our time that you don't usually see. Like, for example, we're working right now on optimizing our data management so that we can hopefully soon have more competition set up at the same time. You know that we have the issue that we need to push to change that. So we may be able to change that problem in the future or solve the problem in the future. But those are development hours that go into fixing stuff, you know. So when we get the time to work on this other feature that I have designed in my game design document for over a year, we'll do it. But our main priority right now is somewhere else.
I see a live question from Vulture that says game rewards sent to GalaChain because town chest or treasure chest inventory is migrating Monday, so items in store that were Gala ETH would be cool if GalaChain. I'm not 100% sure what it is that you're asking, but
Uh-huh.
I
So
do believe. Yeah, there you go.
I think I know. So basically, correct me if I'm wrong, Bulkrum, but the platform team is migrating or basically facing off the treasure chest, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So that should not affect Common Ground World just yet. They left us out of that because we have the live game and we have a lot of things on the treasure chest. But probably after all this is what the lead of that team told me, after all of the holidays, so potentially the first week of January, we'll start the migration process, right? So now that what will happen is that after that change is made, and I confirmed this with that other team, will be given the rewards to GALACHAIN instead of the treasure chest. Okay, and the things that you have in your treasure chest, you'll basically be given a free trade to GALACHAIN, which they call an allowance, right, Vulcan?
Yeah, that's right.
So basically, you'll be able to move the items on your treasure chest into GALACHAIN for free while we do the migration. But that's not going to happen for at least another 6 weeks or so. So we'll keep you informed on that change. For now, we're not moving things away from the treasure chest, at least for our game. Other games are making that change, but ours will wait a little bit.
Yeah, it was nice of that team to work with us on that.
Yeah.
Oh, this next question is very long. I'm just going to summarize it because I've heard the question asked a bunch of times before. The question is just asking about, I guess, if we would be interested in shortening the competition to 60 hours and allowing like a 12-hour opening and starting window for people to start whenever they wanted and end whenever they wanted, as long as they played 60 hours in the in-between time. I know a lot of people would like that, but I know it doesn't really work for live competitions when the leaderboard is updated most of the time. I know most other games that I play that have events, they all start at the same time and end at the same time, regardless of what location you live in, because that's, you know, the easiest way to track it.
So there's that. I worked in a couple games, one game specifically, where we did have a different set of competitions for Asia region. The problem here would be that if we did that, if we had two separate competitions, we would have to divide the gala pot and the rewards, right? So that's one thing which could be problematic. And also, you know that with VPNs, people would be able to play both, right? So there would be less competitions, less rewards and more competition for them. So there are tons of problems that arise from that. So that's why we have made the decision to keep it very standard to what most games do, which is to have a single start and end times, which is also more fair in a way because, as I said, as the question itself states, if you had flexible start and end times, then maybe you're ending your run right of your competition. You're like, oh, I'm winning, and then someone that it's in a different time zone edges out and beats you, right? There's this whole matter of privileged information. You know, for example, you can get started with a VPN somewhere, right? And you can figure out certain towns that work or don't work, and then adjust and restart in a different VPN or a different time zone. So for all of those reasons, the cleanest way is to keep it the same start and end date for everybody. And I don't think that's going to change.
The next question I have here seems to be about customer support. Someone has a ticket about not receiving an NFT, which I think is just showing on OpenSea, but not showing in the Gala website, which does happen on occasion for people. It's usually an indexing issue on the blockchain somewhere, and it does require an engineer from the support team and the platform team to kind of trial and error it for a while to try to get it to figure out, and they do them one at a time. So it does take some time to resolve. Just be patient on those issues once they do happen. I think typical turnaround time is a couple weeks to a month, so it does take some time. You can always check in with support. We've got a ticketing system right in Discord. They can open a thread for you and chat about it if you want. You can head over to that request a moderator channel if you need to reach out to support. They're also in the Discord. If you look at the user list on the right-hand side, there's all of the support staff that are on Discord currently will be there, so you can see them. You can tag them. There's also a ping that's just, I think it's just at customer support, just like the at community moderator one or the at community manager one. So if you have a question for customer support, feel free to reach out to them directly. That way you don't have to go through me. Not that I don't love hearing from you, but you can also reach right out to them directly if you want a direct answer and don't want to wait for my response as I ask them and then get back to you as a middleman. But yeah, those indexing issues are very complicated and hard to resolve, and they do take some trial and error sometimes from engineers to get them to get resolved. So you just have to be patient when that happens. Let's see. The next question here says, when/how will we convert our ETH NFTs to GalaChain NFTs? The answer to the when is now. You can do that already. It's been live for at least a few weeks now. And how is right in your inventory. If you're clicking on your NFT, there'll be a way to like exchange it to, I forget what the actual word is for the button, but you're just in your NFT inventory and you'll see where it says that you can swap it to GalaChain. And as we talked about earlier, the treasure chest to GalaChain thing is happening soon, so be on the lookout for that. I think that's all I've got for that. If anyone doesn't know how to do it and needs like pictures or instructions on how to transfer your NFTs from one blockchain to the other, let me know, and I'll gladly make like a help document or something. Next question here says, when credit card? That should be ready very soon. I don't know the exact date. I imagine there'll be a nice big announcement from the platform right on the global announcements channel when it does go live. But it should be happening pretty soon. And I guess that's all that I have for live Q&A. The only other one is when daily earnings, which we've talked about multiple times already during this AMA and other AMAs. Did we have any live questions out there? Let me check the YouTube chat.
Let's see. There was a question that I answered. Game rewards will still be possible during this process. That means the treasure, the phasing out of the treasure chest. The answer that I gave is yes. So we'll keep delivering rewards into the treasure chest up until we have to make the switch. After which you will receive a mint allowance for each item that you have in treasure chest. So you will be able to transfer them to GalaChain for free. So for now, we keep doing things as always. Did you find any other questions, Farmer Mitchell?
I'm still trying to get the YouTube video open, but I will in a second. My internet here is not the best.
Let's see. Any other questions? Can we get a feature request for the community each month? Yeah, we can definitely. Well, we have a form, right, Michelle?
Yeah, there's a feature request form. It's in the FAQ channel. It'll also show up if you type in, I think it's TS bug reporting bot command. It'll show up there, and it's every quarter when we do the community survey. There's feature requests right in there, specific for certain game modes and things. So you could have filled it out there as well. I will post the one that's in the FAQ channel right here for everybody so we can see it.
Right. Let's see. Will ETH items work in game always? So I can't promise an always thing, but we have no plans of removing ETH items for now. We're making some changes to to allow GalaChain items, right? But for example, we know that Box needs to be supported, right? So no plans of phasing out ETH items yet. I see a question from Dash Reproc. I don't know if you guys answered. Can we rent all NFTs? Or is that an old question?
Yeah, we covered it a bit. Just went over
okay.
the difference between renting versus the guild library.
Got it. What other questions do we see? Farmer Michelle? Let's see. When that library is up, can the owner put specific person to check out the NFT? Oh, is that a question regarding the guild design?
Yeah, it must be.
So the current plan is no. Like you, as a guild owner, you have a certain amount of slots to put NFTs in. Once you put them there, they're out of your hands, um, and anybody in the guild can access them. Here we're playing a little bit, um, like your guild is supposed to be trustworthy, right? Like you have certain benefits to being able to participate in a guild, so you're expected to to act like a normal person, right? Like don't hawk those things, or if there's a guild plan, like for example, you are going to use this NFT at the beginning of the competition for I don't know this many hours, and then you let it go, and someone else can use it, and so on. People should comply. So right now, there's no way to say only this person can check out this NFT from the guild library. Anyone can do it. Town points.
Question about what biome there is for the competition.
Oh, that's coming in a second, right, Farmer Mitchell?
Yeah, that section is after this Q&A section.
Alrighty.
Question: why is there a new Gala chain? And if suppose we purchase something on Gala Games Store, will we get on ETH chain or Gala chain? Why? I mean, we've been touting the Gala chain for a while, right? It's a big selling point for the whole Gala ecosystem to have its own chain. And now, correct me if I'm wrong, Farmer Mitchell, but when you buy something now, the latest items that we put out since the common ground change, they have all been Gala chain items, right?
I believe so. As long as you buy them in GalaChain Gala, they'll definitely be on GalaChain. If you buy them in Gala ETH, they might still go to the Ethereum network, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to find out.
Got it. The ones that I bought, they have gone to Gala chain.
Cool. I think that's what they're supposed to do. So
Yeah. Are there any other questions? Like questions? Uh, will the guild library include Gala Store NFTs to try out? Like NFTs that the team doesn't own? No, that's not planned for right now. There was a plan to add at some point to add like a free for all mode for guild owners. Something like a town that you can. It's basically a sandbox mode with all NFTs enabled, but that's not one of our priorities right now. So the idea is that the guild member, sorry, the guild owner, most of those people who own those licenses and soon NFTs, they have a lot of NFTs to share, right? So there shouldn't be any need to do that. Let's see. Other questions? If
I
not,
don't see any more.
any Black Friday sale? Yeah, we have some information on that, right?
I don't have any information on any Black Friday sales. I know we've got Townstar NFTs that are going on sale next week, like we usually do weekly. I don't know anything about any specific Black Friday sales for all NFTs. I know that question was asked earlier today if like all of our NFTs were going to go on sale.
Oh no, we have okay. So we have some information, but I think that will have to be outside of the town hall. I see a question from Tokulosh. Will all treasure chest items be transferred to GalaChain? That's my understanding. Like when we do that change, everything that you have in your treasure chest will become a mint allowance. So you can mint them for free in GalaChain, because the treasure chest will exist no more. Should we move on to the next section?
Yeah, let's move on. Are we talking about the sale, I believe, next? So the sale, it's going to happen today. It should be at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's just a few hours from now. Good, like 2.5 hours. That'll be for the golden apple tree. It's going to grow at 75% lower crafting time and only require 1 water for the apple tree. It's a legendary, similar to the other 2 legendary trees, the oak tree and the regular tree farm. And the price for that, I believe, is $500. Let me confirm that real fast. The art for it is absolutely beautiful.
Wow.
Yes, $500. There are 200 of them that are going to hit the store. in just a couple hours. That'll be available in both Galas, Gala ETH and Gala Gary, and regular Ethereum.
The apple tree is beautiful.
It really is.
Well, all of the latest art has been top notch, I think. But if you have any comments on art, good or bad, let us know, and we'll redirect them to the art team. So if they're screwing up, let me know. they will get a they will get a you know an ear pull.
That's all I've got for sales information. If anyone does have any other questions, let me know. That post about with all the information about it will be out soon. Yes, $500. And I think we're moving on to the meta now. So I already announced that next week will be apple pie. That'll be live later today. We talked about the apple tree and the apples. Those are the new content aside from the apple pie itself. The base stars for apple pie are 425, and the base cash is 40,250 for each one. For apples themselves, the base cash is $700 in game cash for selling and 5 stars. Since their grow time is a bit long, it starts at 360 seconds. They are affected by shady, salty, and dirty. The competition this week is just for standard Gala rewards. There's no blueprint or anything this week. Cash boosts this week are cornstarch. That's going to stay cash boosted. I believe this is the last week that cornstarch is cash boosted, so get it in while you can. And apples are going to be cash boosted also at 1,500 in game cash. See, sugar is returning back to its regular value, so is chocolate pie. Apple pie is going to be boosted from its standard value of 425 to 100,000 stars. There's also going to be an adjustment to trick or treat bags for its core value. That's all I've got. The biome is plains. There are no river sides. There's one ocean side. It's on the east. There should be an image of it on the YouTube video soon. I believe I gave it to Paul earlier today.
Let's see it.
There it is. It'll also be in the announcement channel in just a minute. Those crops that are there are cornstarch, and there's some trees by the water.
Is that a custom town?
Yes.
We're doing a lot of custom towns lately. What do you guys think about that? Changing it up from those templates that we had before? Are there any comments on these new starter towns that have, they're a little more tailor-made? I like it. I think that it's interesting. It changes it up a little bit from week to week.
I hope people like them. Everybody's talking about the golden apple tree now. Oh, there we go. Love custom towns. Thanks, Vulture.
Let's see. There was some question around Black Friday, I think. I'm getting the information on the side that, if I'm not mistaken, we're doing 25% off on the following: Mama Panner, Master Coppersmith, Platinum Easy Dough Bakery, and Natural Energy Plant.
Awesome. And that's going to be right on Black Friday?
That's what I'm hearing. We'll
Awesome.
have more information to share later, but I'm going to repeat that. So for Black Friday, we'll have 25% off on Mama Panner, Master Coppersmith, Platinum Easy Dough Bakery, and Natural Energy Plant. And I think there's going to be a Gala-wide discount. I'm not sure which Common Ground World items will be affected, if at all, but those are the ones that we're doing. So yeah, that's the info for next week.
Awesome. Thank you for figuring that out for us. I don't think I have anything else to say about the meta or the NFT. I did just post in the announcements channel all the details for the meta. Hopefully the date's right on that one. I see I got it wrong in the bot command. It is right. Perfect. Hopefully those timestamps should be accurate now. I know we had a couple weeks where they were a little wonky because of daylight savings time swapping, but they should be good now. And unless there's more live questions, I think that's all we've got.
Did you share the competition card?
No.
Okay. See if I can grab it while you check
Yeah.
my question.
Yeah, I don't have that competition card handy. There will be an announcement for the NFT shortly after this NFA and AMA. Sorry, not enough Red Bull this morning. Despite that's what I'm thankful for. Anyone have any other live questions out there? I hear we've got some type of question in YouTube about weather. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see here. Question says, have you guys ever thought about there being weather conditions, like if there were snow/winter, it would benefit the make of ice? Yeah, we talked about weather a while ago, adding weather to the game. Our concern was that we didn't want it to be punishing because we didn't really want the game to be punishing. Positive weather would definitely be cool. I'm sure that that's a lot of work that would need to get done, so there's definitely no plan for it in the immediate future. But I do like the sounds of weather. I think weather would be fun. It'd be cool if it was like an extra windy day and your windmills produced things faster because there was extra wind. I do feel like weather would be a cool implementation in the Common Ground World mode also, because if you've seen the documentary, you know that weather plays a big role in like crop fields overturn and stuff and how that all works. So that would definitely be a cool feature for that mode as well. And everybody would like a good rainstorm to make their crops go faster, right? I do like weather.
Yeah. Anything else? Did you mention that turkey thing? Sorry, I was not here.
No, I have not mentioned any of the stuff for next week. We can certainly talk about next week's sales if we'd like to, since there won't be a town hall next week.
I will drop some art at least. It's pretty awesome.
I think that one of them is minted. Is it the turkey statue? So that should be available for people to see on the blockchain already. And the other one that we're selling next week is the Table of Appreciation. That should also be minted soon, so you'll probably be able to see it right on the blockchain with the details and the description and everything. That one's a crafting building. That one's pretty clever, I think. I'm pretty excited to see it hit the stores and get into people's towns. The art is also absolutely beautiful. Let me see if I can find some art for what it looks like here. Oh, we got NFT art. Yeah, if you've got some, throw it in there. The turkey statue is super cute. He's got a little hat on.
Okay, I'm sharing it in Discord. Trusty Paul, I'm gonna put it in the AMA. 1 second.
There they are. Those will be the NFTs for sale next week. I don't know the exact date or time yet, but we will let you know as soon as we get it all set up.
Yeah, the pilgrim turkey statue in particular is beautiful, and I'm not a Thanksgiving kind of guy. I've never like I'm not American, so I'm not sure how you celebrate it. But that table everything in it looks tasty.
Yeah.
So thank you to
the
the whole
in-game art for that one is beautiful.
Yeah, thank you to the whole art team. Thank you, Wana Gent, for providing that. It looks amazing. Those will be on sale next week. The information will be in the announcements. And do we have any other comments, questions? Lazy Lambirik is asking, what do they do? Do you want to share that before we go, Farmer Michelle?
I certainly can. So the turkey statue is going to double all of your ATVs and ranchers in all of your ATV buildings and rancher buildings. So once you place it down, you'll go from having 1 ATV per ATV shed to 2 ATVs per ATV shed, similar to the way Papa Panner duplicates the amount of panners in your panner houses. So that's what the turkey statue will do. It's also just a half of a tile, not a full tile, I believe. So we'll take up a little bit less space since it's a cute little turkey statue. And the Table of Appreciation, like I said, is a crafting building. It's going to make an assortment of crafts. It's Pinot Noir wine, baguettes, cheese. Trying to do it from memory. Hold on. And there was one other one. What was it? Cheese, baguettes, Pinot Noir. It'll come to me. Let me find the documentation for it. And it'll craft them at faster speeds than their respective in-game buildings, and they'll also be slightly less ingredients than their standard ones. I guess kind of similar to how the Easy Dough Bakery works, where it has a missing ingredient. So it makes things faster. Let me find out what that last crafting thing is. Pumpkin pie. So baguettes, Pinot Noir, cheese, and pumpkin pie. The baguettes are going to be made without any flour, so they'll have all the other regular ingredients, but there will not be any flour. Pinot Noir is only going to require 4 grapes instead of 6. The cheese will require half of the milk, so 1 instead of 2. And the pumpkin pie in that table of appreciation will only need 5 pumpkins, 4 sugar, and 8 eggs versus I think it's like 6 pumpkins, 5 sugar, and 10 eggs. So there'll be less ingredients and 20% faster crafting time. Sounds pretty clever.
So the table appreciation will be pretty cool, but I personally love the turkey statue. I think it looks great. So those will be on sale next week. As you know, we won't have a town hall next week because of the holidays. But we'll be back in 2 weeks. All of this will be in the announcements, thanks to Farmer Michel. And unless there's one last question, I think we should call it. Any last question, guys?
I do not see any other questions.
Let's see.
JJ, I'll work with you on this timing.
Well, M. Wallen says, can you say anything about the theater NFT? Well, as far as I know, that was, correct me if I'm wrong, that was promised to people who bought the sponsor level in the Common Ground partnership. Right, guys?
Yeah, it was for the people who bought the biggest ticket packs for the Common Ground on the film side. It was just a gift as part of that.
So we had that. I think it's ready to go next week, right? Or maybe I'm wrong, and it will go out today. Okay, I have to check. But that's designed and it's ready to go. Farmer Mitchell, how we share what it's gonna do?
Yeah, it's like the beacon of light. But it only has a 1 tile radius. So
Did we
there's
share
only
the art for it? Because
we did a couple weeks ago, I think.
but we have the latest one now. Let's see if I can find it. CG art, because that one's gonna be really exclusive. I think there's just
There's
under
3.
10. 3 of them. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. So that would be the. One second, I want to see if I can find it because it looks really cool. Here it is. 1, 2. 1 second, I'm sharing the image here. There we go. So that's being shared in Discord. That's the latest version of it. This is minted already, Farmer Mitchell, or is it in process?
It's already minted.
Okay, so that will be delivered very soon, and I think that it will go out either today or at some point next week. So there are only 3 people who have that. That is, I think, one of the most exclusive NFTs out there for Common Ground World, and it looks amazing. So it's a little beacon of light. Should be very helpful, and yeah, that's the information on that. We have 1 minute. So, are there any other questions? Anything, guys? I hope that I answered your question. And Wallen. Okay.
I don't
No
see any
more
other
questions.
ones.
So thank you, everybody. Remember, we'll skip next week because of the holidays. We'll be back in 2 weeks. All the information will be in announcements. And hope you guys have a great weekend and a great competition. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.